Most people know automation exists. Most people have heard of Make.com or Zapier, but most people have never actually built one. They watch tutorials, they read about it, and then they do nothing. This video changes that.
We are going to build a complete AI automation workflow from zero, step by step, live. By the end of this video, you will have a working blueprint you can deploy in Make.com today.
The workflow we are building: a content research and publishing pipeline. Perplexity finds a topic. Claude writes the content. The content gets pushed to your email list and your blog automatically. No manual steps between idea and published output.
Before we touch Make.com, we design the workflow on paper. This is the step most people skip. They jump into the tool and get lost. Design first, build second.
Every workflow has three elements: a trigger, the event that starts the workflow; a set of actions, the steps that execute in sequence; and an output, the result that lands somewhere useful.
For this workflow, the trigger is a schedule. Every Monday at 7 a.m., the workflow fires. The actions are research, write, format, and distribute. The output is a published article and a sent email. That is the whole design.
Now we open Make.com. Create a new scenario. Your first module is always the trigger. In this case, we use the schedule module. Set it to run every Monday. Save the trigger. Your workflow is now alive. It just has nothing to do yet.
Step 2. Add the research module. Connect Perplexity via the HTTP module in Make. Send it a prompt. Find the top 3 trending questions in your niche this week. Perplexity returns a list. You parse it and take the first result. That is your topic for the week.
This is the key principle of automation design. Every module produces an output that the next module consumes. Perplexity produces a topic. Claude consumes that topic. Make sure the data handoff is clean before you move on.
Step 3. Add the write module. Connect Claude via the Anthropic API module or via HTTP. Send Claude a structured prompt. Write a 1,000-word article on this topic, for this audience, in this tone, with this structure. Claude returns the full article.
The prompt is the most important part of this module. A vague prompt produces a vague article. Spend 20 minutes engineering your Claude prompt once. Every week after that, you get a professional article automatically.
Step 4. Format and route. Take Claude output and split it into 2 branches. Branch 1, the blog post. Strip the email header and footer. Push to your WordPress or Webflow site via their API. Article published.
Branch 2, the email version. Add your email header, your personal intro line, and your call to action. Push to ConvertKit or MailChimp via their module. Email sent to your list. Both outputs handled in the same workflow run.
Step 5. Error handling. Every automation breaks eventually. In Make, you add an error handler to each critical module. If the Perplexity call fails, send a Slack alert. If Claude returns an error, retry once, then alert. If publishing fails, save the draft locally.
This is the step that separates a hobbyist workflow from a production workflow. You are not building this to run once. You are building it to run every week for the next 2 years. Error handling is what makes that possible.
Step 6. Test. Run the scenario manually in Make. Watch each module execute. Check the outputs at each stage. Is the topic clean? Is the Claude article coherent and properly structured? Did the blog post land? Did the email send?
Do not run to the next step until each module passes. Fix the data mapping. Adjust the Claude prompt. Check the API connections. A workflow that almost works is a workflow that does not work.
Step 7. Activate and monitor. Turn the scenario on. Let it run on its first scheduled Monday. Check the results. Open your blog. Open your email platform. Confirm both outputs landed correctly.
For the first 4 weeks, manually review every output before it publishes. After 4 weeks, if quality is consistent, remove the manual review step and let it run fully automatically. That is when you have a production automation.
What this workflow replaces: 2 to 4 hours of manual research, writing, formatting, and publishing every week. At $50 per hour of your time, that is $100 to $200 of value recovered every single week.
Over 1 year, that is $5,000 to $10,000 of time value recovered from a single workflow that costs under $30 per month to run. The combined cost of Make.com, Claude API calls, and Perplexity.
The next workflow you build will take half the time. The one after that, half again. The skill of automation compounds. Every workflow you build makes you faster at building the next one.
Your action this week. Do not try to build the full workflow in one session. Start with modules 1 and 2 only, the trigger and the research step. Get those working and tested. Then add the right module next session.
This week, create a free Make.com account. Create a new scenario. Add the schedule trigger. Add the HTTP module for Perplexity. Run it. Get one topic returned. That is your first automation. Done.
What workflow would you build first in your business? Drop it in the comments. And if you want us to build a different workflow live, email automation, lead capture, product delivery, or social posting, tell us which one, and we make that next.
Subscribe and hit the bell. Every video on this channel is a documented build. The next one is already in motion.